All right. Excuse me. We're back. Let me get this crate out of the way. We're back for part 2. Get this out of here. And let's see. Laura crate time. Let me see if she has any instructions on where to put it. She does not. The sticker's awesome. Let's see. Let me see, which album am I going to put this in? Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see here. All right. Cool. Cool. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and put it on this one here. Yeah. Oh wow, that's cool. Sweet. Yeah, good crate. Good crate for sure. All right. All right. When you're back on and watching, let me know. We are back. We're back. All right. Just killing a little bit of time before we go through this Laura crate. We do have a Laura crate sticker in here. I have placed it inside of a record. I have placed it in a record. It's a very cool sticker. I like this sticker a lot. Oh, move this stuff out of the way. Howdy. All right. I'm not gonna lie, after sitting and doing that for doing this for 4 or 5 hours and then sitting down for 15 or 20 minutes, it's kind of hard to get the courage back to come back up here and do it again. Sitting down felt good. But we are here ready to sell some more records. What's up, Larry? Yeah, let's see. Larry, yeah, since you're on here, you probably didn't hear my announcement in part 1, but I think I'm on track to have a Psychedelic Sunday sale next Sunday. So not this upcoming Sunday, but next Sunday, I believe we will have a Psychedelic Sunday sale unless something crazy happens, but I don't see anything happening that would keep me from doing that. But that'll be exciting. I think I'm going to have like 4 or 5 crates, probably about 4 crates or so of nothing but psych records to sell. Maybe some auctions. So there's some expensive stuff in there for sure. There's a lot of records around like the $100 or $200 range, but definitely a lot of $20 to $50 stuff as well. There's not much in there that's going to be cheap. There's a lot of really good stuff. Yeah, Hiram, there's going to be a Psychedelic Sunday, and there was one record in there in particular that I was like, Hiram Aponte, if he doesn't know about this record, he needs to check it out. I couldn't put a song on it, or I couldn't put a song from the album on my Heavy Psych and Prog playlist because it's not on like any streaming services. But it's on YouTube, and I guess this is an announcement for anybody who cares about this kind of stuff, but there's an album. Oh man, it's New Sun Morning. It's a German band, and it's like Mournin that you definitely need to check out. It's like definitely proto metal, super heavy. We don't have an original copy, but it's like a reissue. But even reissues are kind of tough to get. But killer album. Definitely need to check that one out. Definitely need to check that out. Yeah, when I've been making these playlists, like the British psych one that I just finished making, the heavy psych, US, all that. So there were always a lot of tracks that I wanted to put on the playlist, but they're just not on like Spotify or Tidal or anything. But you can find them on YouTube most of the time. There's a lot of stuff like that out there. Let's see. What's your YouTube channel handle? Art for CollectCo, I think it's just CollectCo. If you just search CollectCo, you should be able to find the CollectCo YouTube page. If you're asking about my I don't post anything on my personal YouTube or anything like that. But yeah, just CollectCo. Never heard of them. Yeah, you definitely need to check it out. Yeah, Buffalo is awesome. The Australian band. Yeah, I think their stuff was on Vertigo, if I remember right, like Volcanic Rock and stuff. And what's that other one? Man, I can't remember the name of it. It's got a really cool cover. But yeah, Night, Sun, Morning, Larry. If you know that one, yeah, that's a killer album. Night, Sun, Morning, Hiram. You should definitely YouTube that and check that out. Killer stuff. But yeah, there's a reissue of that in there, and when I saw it, I thought of you, Hiram, because I know you like the proto metal stuff and all that, and that definitely falls into that vein for sure. All right, let's see here. It is time for the Laura Crate. Laura Crate time. Laura Crate. There is a Laura Crate sticker in here. Dead Forever. Yeah, that's the other one. That one's awesome. Dead Forever. Thank you, Hiram. I was drawing a blank. Could not remember the name of the other one. Really good stuff. All right. Laura Crate. Brand new Laura Crate. Sticker price. Everything in here is sticker price. Let's see. Oh, the ghost one. Yeah. Sorry, Paula. I'll remove it if it's making you not want to watch the sale. Let's see. Dead Flowers. It's not ringing a bell, Jim Earhart. Dead Flowers. I don't know if I'm familiar with them. Dead Flowers. I don't know about that. Jim, I'm not sure. It doesn't ring a bell, but if that's like a compilation series, there probably are some Dead Flowers. There's a lot of, site comps and stuff like that are going to be in those crates as well. A lot of original stuff, a lot of reissues. It's all sorts of stuff. Coratini, great Aussie rock. There's a lot of really, like, Australia is still underrated, I think, as far as a country putting out good rock stuff and good psych, and yeah, they've always had good stuff. Let's see. You bought one from us a few months ago. Cool. I'll have to check them out. What era are they from? Are they 60s or are they newer? I don't know if I'm familiar with them. Let's see. All right, Laura Crate time. Let's do it. This is The Exciters, Spending Cash, Talking Trash. It's EX. It's a 2008 garage record, EX 1299 on that. Boston, self-titled, is VG 1299 90s. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of 90s stuff for sure. A lot of 90s psych and the Psychedelic Sunday stuff. And there's a lot of really good psych records from the 90s. Really good stuff. Stephen Pardon on Boston. That's sold to Stephen Pardon. Thank you very much. Madonna. Madonna is EX for $22.99. Madonna EX $22.99. Yazawa. Aikichi Yazawa. That is EX for $9.99. It's a pop rock record. White label promo. Yazawa. EX $9.99. EX $9.99 on Yazawa. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. That's VG Plus, $19.99. Dada is VG Plus, $14.99. That's also a white label promo. Dada, VG Plus white label promo, $14.99 on that. Sick Sanguinaire is sold on Steely Dan. Steely Dan sold to Sick Sanguinaire. Curtis Blow, Party Time. Curtis Blow is VG $9.99. Curtis Blow, VG $9.99. Thomas Dolby, Wireless, the golden age of wireless. Thomas Dolby is VG $9.99. She Blinded Me with Science, VG $9.99 on that. Then we've got MASH, Morning Dew. Morning Dew. It's another good psych band too, but this is Psych Trance, VG $9.99. Morning Dew. There's a band out there called Morning Dew. It's a really rare record, expensive. Thomas Dolby sold to Stephen Pardon. Mike Owen, You Were Second. God in Texas, History, Volume 1. God in Texas is EX $9.99. It's a hardcore noise record from 1992. God in Texas, History, Volume 1. This is a Laura Crate. Laura Crate sticker price. There is a Laura Crate sticker in here as well. The Stepchildren of Rock, Weston Doc Hopper. That is VG Plus $19.99. It's a punk record from 1998. The Stepchildren of Rock, Western Doc Hopper. Let's see. Adam Bernardi on Dada. Hey, Adam Bernardi. Haven't seen you all night, but here you are. Dada sold to Adam Bernardi. Morning Dew. Morning Dew is sold to Robert Vladerchik. Robert Vladerchik on Morning Dew. The Blue Boy, Sandman, including remixes by Soul Brothers and Farley and Heller. That's VG Plus, $9.99. It's a house record. House record. Laurent Wolf featuring Sunny D. Laurent Wolf, Sunshine Paradise is $9.99. That's also a house record. Mike Jones, My 64 featuring Bun B and Snoop. Oh man. That's VG Plus, $9.99. I know that's going to sell. VG Plus just $9.99. Blue Boy. Blue Boy is sold to J Nutria, J Nutria, over on Twitch. How much was Stepchild? Ran Stepchild or Stepchildren of Rock was VG Plus $19.99. Brian Call. VG Plus $19.99. Mike Ness. Is Mike Ness on here? Is Mike Ness part of this? Can't find any credits or anything, but that's VG Plus $19.99. Unless Brian Call, was that supposed to be Brian Jones and not Mike Ness? Sorry, no problem. But yeah, Brian Call, the Stepchildren was VG Plus $19.99. If you wanted Mike Jones, to say other album, Mike Jones, which one are you wanting? This was VG Plus $9.99. Everything in here is sticker price. Matt Nichols, everything in here is sticker price. Sticker price, everything in here. Cool Mo D, Wild Wild West is VG $9.99. Brian, no problem. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting the right record for you. I don't know if you wanted Mike Jones. Okay, you did want Mike Jones. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure. That is sold to Brian Call. Brian Call is sold on that. Cool Mo D sold to Ivan Rybread. That is sold to Ivan Rybread. No problem. Let's see. Larry Gonzalez was second on Mike Jones. And then Stepchildren. Yeah, Stepchildren. Let's see. Let me know if you want that. Brian Call or who made the offer on it for 15? Someone offered 15, right? Yeah, Matt Nichols. If you wanted it. He does want it. Let's see. I think I'm going to sell that to Matt Nichols. I didn't hear anything from Brian Call about... Not that... Okay, no problem. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't grabbing any of the wrong stuff there. So Stepchildren was sold to Matt Nichols. Next in the crate, the Ackermans. No one knows us better than the Ackermans. It's EX $9.99. 2006 German power pop on orange vinyl. The Ackermans. The Rock and Roll Therapy, Schoolhouse, Billy, Wiggle and the Wiggles? I think Billy Wiggle and the Wiggles. That is $9.99. That's a Rockabilly record. Storm Orphans. Storm Orphans Promise No Parade is sealed for $9.99. Hard Rock from 1989, sealed for $9.99. The Fix, Reach the Beach is on blue vinyl, $24.99. 2021 pressing on blue vinyl. Billy Wiggles. Billy Wiggles is sold to Brian Call. Brian Call got Wiggles. Eddie Paseur on Storm. That was Storm Orphans. That is sold to Eddie Paseur. And Matt Nichols on The Fix. Matt Nichols on The Fix. Next in the crate, The Lucky Punch. Kick Up a Hullabaloo. The Lucky Punch, Kick Up a Hullabaloo, is sealed for $14.99. That's a 2004 garage punk record. Madonna, Like a Virgin. That is $29.99. $29.99 for Madonna. This looks like an OG pressing. Feels like one, yeah. Sire. Carrollton pressing. Madonna. It is a club copy, $29.99 on that. Let's see. We got The Fix. And then Ackerman's. Ackerman's is sold to Adam Bernardi. Thank you very much. And Hullabaloo is sold to Robert Vladarchik. Thank you, Robert Vladarchik. That's sold to you. And then we've got Brian Adams. Reckless Brian Adams is $14.99. $14.99 on that. Smashing Pumpkins, Gish. Love that record. Sealed. It's the 2021 reissue. Sealed for $34.99. $34.99 on Smashing Pumpkins. And then National Velvet. National Velvet is $14.99. That's a 1988 alternative rock and goth record. National Velvet, $14.99. Paramore, After Laughter. Paramore, After Laughter. Laura loves Paramore. Four Hearts, $19.99. It's on like a, is it white with black smoke or clear? I think it's white vinyl. Yeah, white vinyl with some smoke going on there. Paramore, After Laughter, $19.99. That is sold to Robert Vladarchik, and Robert Vladarchik is also going to get the Smashing Pumpkins. Those are both sold, and Stephen Pardon was second on Paramore. Pam Murray was third. Next, Yard Act, The Overload. Yard Act, The Overload, the debut album. That is sealed for $19.99. 2022 post-punk. Post-punk. It's on Ghetto Lettuce Green Vinyl. Ghetto Lettuce Green Vinyl, sealed for $19.99. $19.99 on that. Marillion, Misplaced Childhood. That's $14.99. This is some kind of reissue. Yeah, 2017 reissue. $14.99 on Marillion. And we've got The Spits, 2006 European Tour. The Spits is $39.99. That's a 2006 German garage punk record. The Spits, $39.99. The Bulimics. The Bulimics, Old Enough to Know Better. The Bulimics, Old Enough to Know Better, is sealed for $14.99. That's a 1999 U.S. punk record. The Bulimics. Matt Nichols on The Spits. The Spits is sold to Matt Nichols. That's sold to Matt Nichols. And then we've got Autoramas. Nada Pode Parar Os Autoramas. Autoramas is sealed for $19.99. That's a garage surf punk record. 2014 reissue. Sealed for $19.99. Bulimics is sold to Brian Call. We've got the Raconteurs Help Us. Stranger Indie Store exclusive. White vinyl with a hand screen printed LP jacket. Raconteurs is sealed for $29.99. Larry Gonzalez was second on the Bulimics. Next, oh yeah, this one's cool. It's a Vinyl Me Please edition of The Soft Bulletin by the Flaming Lips. Yeah, lenticular cover and whatever color you want to call that vinyl. It's $34.99. It's like a yellowish tan orange or something. I don't know. $34.99 on the Flaming Lips. Very cool. That's sold to Stephen Pardon. I knew someone would buy that. It's a great album too. Iggy Pop, Lust for Life. That is sealed for $24.99. 180 gram colored vinyl there. The Stooges, live at Goose Lake, August 8th, 1970. That is sealed for $24.99. Sealed $24.99 on that. If I come down Sunday, will anybody be there for me to pick up my records? I don't think so, Regina. I don't think anyone will be I don't think anyone will be here that can get you rung up and everything. I don't think. Not on Sunday. No, unfortunately not. Let's see. What was the surf rock record? The surf record, I think, was this one here. The Autoramas. The Autoramas, it looks like maybe they're a Spanish group, perhaps. Sealed for $19.99. Sealed $19.99. Actually, it says Portugal. Sealed $19.99 on that. Mortgage Guy Rob. REM Monster 2 LP set 25th anniversary edition. That is sealed for $29.99. Sealed $29.99. Travis Wade on National Velvet. National Velvet. There it is. Travis Wade got National Velvet. That is sold to Travis Wade. And then we've got 9 Inch Nails. 9 Inch Nails Hesitation Marks. That is sealed for $49.99. It's a 2013 OG. Sealed $49.99 on 9 Inch Nails. Let's see. Hiram Aponte on REM. That is sold to Hiram Aponte. That is sold to Hiram Aponte. And 9 Inch Nails is sold to XJM Stanley. Steve Riley, you were second on that. And then Stephen Pardon on the Stooges. That is sold to Stephen Pardon. And then we've got sweet Tom Waits, Orphans Ballers. Record Store Day exclusive. Colored vinyl. Sealed 2018. Sealed from 2018. I should probably tell you the price. It's $29.99. Sealed for $29.99 on Tom Waits. Need to get this crate out of the way. Let's see. Bear with me for just a second. Let's see. And put that right there. Just getting crates shifted around. Scoot these over here. Bear with me for just 1 second. Just getting all my stuff together here. All right. There we go. All right. Let me get another empty crate. There we go. Heading out. All right. See ya. Let me scroll down here. That's Stooges. All right. Let's see. All right, let's keep going. Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels Take a Ride. That's a Sundazed import, or not import, Sundazed reissue. $19.99 sealed. $19.99 on Mitch Ryder. Blue Angels Sexy Beat. That is $14.99. It's a 2008 Japanese rockabilly record. $14.99 on Blue Angel. $14.99 on that. Let's see, Adam Bernardi on Mitch Ryder. That is sold to Adam Bernardi. Nashville Tiger. We're going through a new arrival Laura crate, and there is a Laura crate sticker as well. Everything is sticker price in here. Steve and the Jerks. Steve and the Jerks is $19.99. That's a 1996 French garage punk record. $19.99 on Steve and the Jerks. Blue Angels is sold to Brian Call. Larry Gonzalez was second. The J. Giles Band Freeze Frame. J. Giles Band is sealed. It's a sealed OG copy. $29.99 on that. Sealed $29.99. And then we've got Columbia Neckties. Why change your moves? Columbia Neckties is $14.99. That's a 2002 German garage punk record. Columbia Neckties $14.99. Queen Made in Heaven. Originals of this are pretty tough to get. Half Speed Master. $39.99. $39.99 on Queen. $39.99 on that. Let's see. The New Untouchables presents Le Beat Bespoke 2 16 tailor-made cuts compiled by Rob Bailey, Volume 2. This is $19.99. It's a comp of hard-to-find 60s, surf, and garage 45s, and more. $19.99. $19.99 on that. Very cool. Need to put back REM. Wrong one. No problem. Let me gotta dig it out of the stack over here, but that's no issue at all. Oh, let's see. There it is. right there. Put this back up here. So if anyone wants that REM Monster, it is the 2LP Deluxe Edition, sealed for $29.99. It's $29.99 on REM. If anybody wants that. And then Malcolm Kipe, Breakspiracy Theories Volume 1, featuring Redfellow and Bobcat. That is sealed. It's an electronic / hip-hop record, sealed for $12.99. $12.99 on that. Let's see. Malcolm. What was Malcolm? Give me one. Oh, it's right there. Malcolm Kipe. That's sold to Robert Vladerchik. That was very quick. REM is sold to Mike Owen. Thank you, Mike Owen. That helps us out. And then Robert Vladerchik on Queen as well. That is sold. That is sold. This is sticker price, Craig. It's a new crate from Laura. New Laura crate here. Heart Dreamboat Annie live, recorded live in its entirety at the Orpheum Theater in Los Angeles. $34.99 for Heart. $34.99 on that. Let's see. XJM Stanley needs to put back the 9 Inch Nails. No problem. I think there was a backup bidder on that one. So that would be Steve Riley over on Twitch. Steve Riley, you got 9 Inch Nails. Steve Riley, you got 9 Inch Nails. And he said, yes, please. All right, perfect. No, this is Patrick. No, this is Patrick. All right, that's sold to Steve Riley. The 9 Inch Nails is sold to Steve Riley, not XJM Stanley. All right, just a few more records in here. WAU, Wow y los Args, Cantan en Español. That is sealed from 2005. It's a Swiss garage record from 2005, sealed for $29.99. $29.99 on that. And the B-52s. The B-52s includes Planet Claire, Dance This Mess Around, and Rock Lobster on yellow vinyl. That's $34.99. $34.99 on the B-52s. Shutdown 66, heading for the Cheating side of town. Shutdown 66 is sealed for $14.99. That's a, what was it? 2000 Australian punk record. Sealed for $14.99. Sealed $14.99 on that. Aaron Civic on B-52s. Great album there. Love that band. No, this is Paul. Is this a Krusty Krab? No. All right. Let's see. Shutdown. Was that this one here? Yeah. Brian Call on Shutdown 66. That's sold to Brian Call. And let's recap this crate real quick. Again, we are going through a new arrival crate from Laura. Sticker price. It's a Laura crate sticker. Let's see. Let me see something. Okay, cool. Are the house records still here? I think so. There are a couple more 12-inch singles in here, Robert Vladerchik. I believe there are still a few house singles in here. I'm about to just recap this real quick. Autorama's still available. The Exciters, Spinning Cash, Talking Trash, still available. Madonna, still available. Yazawa, also still available. Then we've got Curtis Blow, Party Time. God and Texas History, Volume 1. I have a copy of Jimmy Johnson from the first crate of the night. Yeah, I do. Jeremy Rourke, would you like to purchase one? Because I think I know where it is. I think it's just right under here, maybe. Let's see. Let's see here. Where is it? I think I only have one copy, maybe. Yeah, there it is. $39.99 on that one, Jeremy Rourke, if you want that. All right, that's sold to Jeremy Rourke. Thank you very much. That is sold to you. All right, let's see. Let's keep on going through. Laurent Wolf featuring Sunny D. Laurent Wolf. Madonna Like a Virgin still available. Bryan Adams, Reckless. Yard Act, The Overload, that is still available. Marillion, Misplaced Childhood. It is a reissue, but it's just $14.99. is $14.99. If Iron Maiden in the Hatchet Egg Crate is available, I will take it. Fear of the Dark. Was there... let me see. Where is that? That's right over here. I think that's over here still. Yep, cool. I'll grab that for you. X-Fam Stanley, there it is. Iron Maiden Fear of the Dark. That's sold to you for $44.99. Thank you very much. And then we've still got the Raconteurs Help Us Stranger on white vinyl. Iggy Pop Lust for Life still available. Tom Waits Ballers. Tom Waits Baller. It's that trilogy, the Orphans trilogy thing that he did is great. Very good. What was it? Ballers, Brawlers, and shoot, Bastards maybe? Is that what it was? Or was it called the Bastard Trilogy? Man, I can't remember. Great stuff though. Really good. Garrett Seipert. Garrett Seipert on Marillion. That is sold any Japanese in the Hatchet Egg Crate. I don't think so, no. Wait, yes. There's one here. This might be the only one though. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is the only one. It was Robert Plant, Pictures at 11. It was 25 bucks. 25 bucks on that. Let's see, Marillion sold, right? Yeah, Garrett Seipert got that. Tom Waits, Garrett Seipert was sealed for $29.99. $29.99 on that. Price and condition on KB. KB. Where was KB? KB. Curtis Blow. It was VG $9.99. VG $9.99 on that. Let's see. There were a few more claims on Marillion, but Garrett Seipert was first. Let's see. What's the Iggy Pop info? I don't know. Let me see. Lust for Life. Is it just a compilation, maybe? I think it's a comp. On colored vinyl, Lust for Life, China Girl Nightclubbing, Search and Destroy, The Passenger, Real Wild Child, Power and Freedom, and then Easy Rider. It's sealed for $24.99. Sealed $24.99 on that. Patrick Lear, if you want that, let me know. And KB have Basketball. I don't know. Let's see. No, it has Party Time, Big Time Hood, Nervous, Got to Dance, and 125. That's what's on there. All right, I'll take Waits. Cool. Garrett Seipert got Tom Waits. Iggy Pop, great stuff. Steve and the Jerks. Steve and the Jerks. And then this is the Jay Giles Band, Freeze Frame. Jamie Cramble, man, I was just talking about Psychedelic Sunday. So not this upcoming Sunday, but the Sunday after. I'm looking like I'm definitely on track to be able to do a Psychedelic Sunday sale, and it should be a really good one, Jamie. I'm on track to do one next Sunday for sure. Ivan Rybread on Iggy Pop. That is sold to Ivan Rybread. Thank you very much. That's sold to Ivan. And then anything else? Nope. Columbia Neckties, Why Change Your Moves is still available. Le Beat Bespoke 2. Le Beat Bespoke 2. And then Heart, Dreamboat Annie Live. Dreamboat Annie Live in its entirety. Wow y Los Args Contain en Espanol. Sealed $29.99. That's a garage record. And that's everything out of the Laura crate. Someone asked about the Japanese from the Hatchet Egg crate, right? Who was that? Larry Gonzalez. Larry Gonzalez, if you want this Robert Plant, that is 25 bucks. That was still in there. Let's see. Garage 45s would compliment that Craig is still pushing for the 45s. I need to get back there and dig through some. All right. So someone did win the Laura Crate sticker, but I realized that I buried it in the bottom of the stack over here. Let me grab it. I know who got it, but I don't want to reveal it until I bring the record over here. All right, let's see. So, where was it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, where are you? Come on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Cool. All right, it was the last record in the crate. All right. The big reveal. Well, hold on. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Massey told you to tell me, Blame it on Mike Massey. Edwin Rivera, Hart was $34.99. $34.99. $34.99 on that. $34.99 on Hart. Any kiss from that crate? No, there were a couple, but they sold. There was an Ace Frehley record and a Kiss bootleg, and they both sold. Let's see. No, Hiram, luckily it was not in the REM record. Luckily for you, it was not. Adam Bernardi, the Robert Plant is still available. If you want that, it's $25. $25 on Robert Plant. Wait, oh, you have, okay, Larry Gonzalez City has it, so that's good. That means we're not, yeah, cool. All right. I believe it was Stephen Pardon who claimed the Stooges live at Goose Lake, August 8th, 1970. Soundboard recording of the legendary final performance of the original Stooges lineup showcases Funhouse in its entirety and rewrites the legend of the band. A must-have. Fantastic. Man, Funhouse is such a good album. Stephen Pardon, you got it. And this is what you're looking at right here. Laura Crate. Garfield is skating through the skies to check out the contents of this Laura Crate. This is what Laura has written here. That's a good one. That is awesome. Fantastic. Fantastic. Bought any punk collections lately? No, unfortunately not. Punk collections, I feel like, are almost, they're like harder to find and deal with than metal collections at this point. I guess there just aren't really there's not a lot of people out there that just have a bunch of punk records that are looking to sell their punk collection. It's tough, man. It's a tough one. But Stephen Pardon got the Laura Crates. 21, you have 21 of these? Man, that's crazy. How? That's nuts. Let's see. Any heavy metal on deck? No. Dan Kaka, tonight's not the greatest night for metal. We have had so much metal in the last couple weeks. It's, we've kind of mixed it up quite a bit tonight, which, we just kind of have to do that. But yeah, there's no heavy metal or anything tonight. Adam Bernardi said, how about 20? All right, I'll do it. Where is it? Let me grab it. This Robert Plant is sold to Adam Bernardi for $20. That is sold for $20 to Adam Bernardi. Metal, Thursday night is typically metal night, but I mean, in the position we're in right now, we have so many metal records. We typically have to kind of mix them in like just about every night. Need another blues collection. Man, I don't think we're ever going to get another one like that one we had. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see. 60 Soul. We do get 60 Soul mixed in with some stuff. For sure, we do get quite a bit of that. Just kind of in, a lot of people that collect classic rock or have classic rock stuff tend to have quite a bit of, they have a good bit of soul typically as well. Has a Laura sticker made it overseas? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if Jason's ever gotten one. I'm assuming you haven't gotten one. I don't know. I don't know if we've ever had a Laura sticker leave the country. Let's see. Was there a Lou Reed Rock and Roll Animal? No, there was not. No Lou Reed Rock and Roll Animal in this crate. What am I gonna do now? It's 11:20. I think I'm gonna go through one more. Oh, that Texas. Yeah, that was a good one. He had a bunch of stuff, but he did have a lot of punk for sure. That was a good collection. That was that was last year, about a year ago. What am I gonna do? Should I recap some of the stuff we went through tonight? It seems like a pretty good idea, but I could always recap that tomorrow night. Could recap that stuff tomorrow night, maybe. Divvy these up into 2 crates here, like that. Alright. OG rock crate. Yeah, they're just about all of these crates are going to have some classic rock and stuff in them, but let me see when this stuff is tagged here. Alright, I don't know exactly what all's in here, but this looks like a good candidate for a half-off crate. If you guys are down to do a half-off crate with me. And then this will probably be it. This will probably do it for the rest of the night. Half off. Let's do half off. Let's see. Bought a couple hundred from the Blue Sky. Yeah, I think, I only ended up getting like maybe 10 records from that collection for myself. Most of the ones I got actually were soul records. I did get a really, well, I would feel bad even telling you what I got out of there. I'm not going to do it. You guys might, I don't know, might be mad. There were a few in there that I never thought I'd see, and I had to get them for myself. But I guess that's just kind of part of, it's, one of the perks of working at a place like this. All right. Let's see. Half off crate. I don't even really know what's in here, but I saw some of the tags, and I was like, these are old enough. They've been sitting here long enough. Chad might have shown it last night. I have no idea, but half off crate. Let's do it. Rollerball soundtrack. No condition notes. $10. $10 on Rollerball. Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. Easy Pieces. $10 on that. The Boomtown Rats. Greatest Hits. Boomtown Rats is $10. Maria Muldaur is $5. Grateful Dead. What the heck is this doing in here? $64. It was $64.99. How about $32.50? $32.50. $32.50. Yeah. Half off crate. Here we go. Let's see what else happens. 10. We sold one of these earlier, but this one is $10. Music from the soundtrack, The Night of the Iguana in shrink wrap, $7.50. $7.50 on that. BTR Boomtown Rats sold to Chris Gardner for half off. How the West Was Won is $10. Epple Simpson Bell Music for the Living is sealed. Avant-garde jazz record sealed for $5. Sealed for $5. Zeitgeist Translate Slowly. It's an alt-rock record from 1985, $12.50. $12.50 on that. American Rock Anthology is half off for $7.50. $7.50. Sam the Sham, Bobby Fuller 4, Lou Christie, Every Mother's Son, The Hombres, The Gentrys, $7.50 on that. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3, half off, $10. Nilsson Sings Newman is $8.50. Useless Eaters on the sealed avant-garde jazz record for $5. That's sold to the Useless Eaters. Climax Blues Band Gold Plated is half off for $9. Bruce Willis, The Return of Bruno is $10. American, that was the compilation back here, American Rock. That's sold to Robin Glenn for half off. Shakedown also on the sealed for $5. There's one more in there, and that is sold to Eric Van Leuven. So those are all gone. Those are all gone for $5 each. Climax Blues Band. Climax Blues Band is sold to Jay Nutria over on Twitch. Kim Carnes Sailin' is half off for $5. Kim Carnes $5. Frankie Lane Rockin'. Frankie Lane is $5. Rowan and Martin at Work in shrink wrap, $7.50. $7.50 on that. Diana Ross and the Supremes. Diana Ross and the Supremes is $10. $10 on Diana Ross and the Supremes. Let's see, Bruce Willie. Bruce Willie is sold to Christina Curtis. Night of the Iguana. Night of the Iguana. Where was that? Night of the Iguana. There it is. That is sold to Adam Bernardi. Thank you very much. All right. Is the Supremes a comp? Yeah, I believe it is. Superstar Series celebrating Motown's 20th anniversary. Yeah, this is a compilation. Stop in the Name of Love. Back in my arms again. Come see me, or come see about me. Love is like an itching in my heart. Where did our love go? Baby love. When the love light starts shining through his eyes, nothing but heartaches. Love child, the happening. I'm living in shame, and someday we'll be together. Banger after banger. Let's see, Kim Carnes. Kim Carnes is sold to Christina Curtis. Then we've got Chubby Checker, 20 Greatest Hits. That is $7.50. Dwayne Eddy, Pure Gold, $7.50 on that. Adam Bernardi passes on the Supremes. That's still available if anyone else wants it. Ohio Express, Yummy 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 down at Lulu's. Ohio Express, half off for $7.50. Flip Wilson Show with special guest David Frost. Flip Wilson, $6.50, $6.50. Robin Glenn on the Supremes. That is sold to Robin Glenn for half off. Awesome. Lonnie Jolly, you were second on the Supremes. Moon Martin, Escape from Domination is $5. Crosby and Nash, Whistling Down the Wire, $10 on that. Chubby Checker, where did you go? Chubby Checker is sold to Christina Curtis. And then we've got Focus, Moving Waves for $10. No condition notes. Save the Animals, Save the Earth. Songs about endangered animals and the earth by Lois Skiera Zuchek. Something like that, maybe. $7.50. $7.50 on that. Yeah, surprised to see the Harry Nelson in here as well. Very good. Very good stuff. The Son of Mrs. Righteous. The Sons of Mrs. Righteous is $5 in shrink wrap. Cliff Richard, 40 Golden Greats. Cliff Richard is $12.50. $12.50 on Cliff Richard. That felt like, yeah, it's definitely 2 LPs, 40 tracks on there. Johnny Winter and... Did I just say John? Oh, no, yeah, Johnny Winter and, not Johnny Winter Band, but Johnny Winter and live. I don't think I ever realized that it says that. Johnny Winter and. That's throwing me off. It's like my brain is short-circuiting. $10. $10 on Johnny Winter. $10 on that. Save the Animals. Save the Animals is sold to Kelly Vladerchik. Thank you very much. Hello, Louis. Louis Armstrong is half off for $5. The Dream Syndicate, 50 in a 25 zone. How's the Dream Syndicate still here? $10. $10 from 1987, the Dream Syndicate. Save, and then JW Condition. No condition notes, Adam Bernardi. It was $19.99. Now it's $10. It's in a Unipack sleeve, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't really like these Unipack sleeves, but whatever. It's $10, no condition notes. Let's see. That is sold to Adam Bernardi. That's sold to Adam Bernardi. And then the Useless Eaters on the Dream Syndicate. That is sold to the Useless Eaters. Next in here is Jungle Drums. Morton Gold and his orchestra. That is $7.50. Melanie. That includes Lay Down. Yeah, $5. $5 on Melanie. Dream Syndicate already sold. Fred, that already sold. Dave Edmonds, repeat when necessary. Dave Edmonds is $7.50. Lulu, New Routes, $6.50 on that. $6.50 on Lulu. L.A., Lonnie Jolly on L.A. Louis Armstrong, that is sold to Lonnie Jolly, thank you. Then the Buddy Holly Story. The Buddy Holly Story is $10. $10 on that. Ruby and the Romantics, Our Day Will Come. $5 on Ruby and the Romantics. Andy and Cleopatra, that's Andy Griffith. Half off price is $10 on that. Carol Burnett sings. Carol Burnett is $7.50. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Peter, Paul, and Mary is $5. Traces Classics 4, that is $5. Jay and the American Sands of Time is $5 as well. We've got Arthur Prysock Art and Soul for $10. $10 on that. James Gang Live in Concert is EX for $9. EX, $9 on James Gang. Jay and the Techniques Apples, Peaches, Pumpkin Pie, VG Plus, $7.50 on that one. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It does have a name on the cover. VG Plus, just $7.50 on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Alan Parsons Project, The Turn of a Friendly Card. That's VG, $5. It does have name, the name written all over it, kind of, but VG condition, just $5 on that now. Just $5. Ruby and the Romantics. Where was that? Back a little bit more. Yeah, Ruby and the Romantics is sold to Adam Bernardi. James Gang Live is sold to Matt Nichols. That is sold to Matt Nichols. Alan Parsons Project sold to Stephen Pardon. Patrick Lear, you were second. You were second on that one. I don't know where that came from. Last one in here, King Swamp. King Swamp. $5. It's $5. Gold stamp promo. Yeah, it's got promo markings all over the jacket. Not a promo label, but there might not even be one there. Let's see. Paul, if you happen to know where used James Gang Your album is really good, and Thirds is good too. I don't know if we have any sitting around here. I know we have some in the building, but I have no idea where they would be. Everything around here is just so mixed up all over the place. Arthur Price sock is sold to Patrick Lear. That's sold to Patrick Lear. And then Gerald Whitworth on Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith is sold to Gerald Whitworth. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Gerald Whitworth. Let's recap this one more time. Just going to read the artists and titles. If you need the condition or price on anything, just let me know. But everything in here is half off sticker. So we've got Rollerball, the Rollerball soundtrack, which I am kind of surprised is still in there for half off. Lloyd Cole and The Commotion. Easy Pieces. Still available. Let's see. Then next we have Maria Muldaur, and then we have the 10 soundtrack from Henry Mancini. It's half off. It's $10. How the West Was Won, still available. Zeitgeist, Translate Slowly. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3. Nelson sings Newman. Harry Nelson sings Randy Newman. Still available. Frankie Lane, Paul Weston and his orchestra rockin'. Rowan and Martin at Work. Rowan and Martin at Work. Dwayne Eddy, Pure Gold. Ohio Express. Flip Wilson Show. Moon Martin, Escape from Domination. Crosby and Nash. Focus, Moving Waves. The Sons of Mrs. Righteous. Cliff Richard. Jungle Drums by Morton Gold. And Melanie. Dave Edmonds, Repeat When Necessary. Lulu, New Routes. It's got Dwayne Allman on it. The Buddy Holly Story. Carol Burnett sings. Carol Burnett. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Traces, Classics 4. Jay and the Americans. Sands of Time. Then we've got Jay and the Techniques. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And King Swamp. Info on Roller and Lloyd. Roller and Lloyd. Lloyd was back here, and here's Roller. All right. Fred Carnell. Let's see. Rollerball soundtrack is... It was $19.99. There's no condition notes on the vinyl, and it is now $10. $10 on Rollerball, Fred Carnell. If you want that one, let me know. And then Lloyd Cole and the Commotions was also $19.99. Also no condition notes, so this is $10. So $10 on each of these. Fred Carnell, if you want those, let me know. Let's see. Matt Nichols. Fred Carnell did ask about Rollerball first. If he passes on it, then it'll go to you. But let's see what we've got here. The Zeitgeist details and Flip Wilson and Zeitgeist. Let me find those. Flip Wilson and Zeitgeist. Flip Wilson and Zeitgeist. Where are ya? Here's Flip and Zeitgeist is right there. Okay. Let's see. Fred Carnell, let me know on Rollerball and Lloyd Cole. Flip Wilson Show with special guest David Frost. No condition notes on that. It was $12.99. Now it is $6.50. And both of these, so this Rollerball and Lloyd Cole, these are both sold to Fred Carnell for half off sticker. And Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist is a alt-rock record from 1985. It was $24.99. No condition notes. It's $12.50 now. $12.50. What's the name of this label? DB Rex. DB Rex. And that is, yeah, $12.50. $12.50 on that. Gerald Whitworth said sold on Flip Wilson. That is sold to Gerald Whitworth. And then Zeitgeist is available. Adam Bernardi, if you're interested in that, let me know. Let me know on that one. Pew, pew, pew. And then after that, I'm going to figure out a bundle price for the rest of the records in this crate. And whether it sells or not, that's going to be the end of the sale tonight. So if you're interested in a bundle price, stick around and we'll see what happens. Zeitgeist, translate slowly. Alt rock. Let's see. Cool. All right. Guitar, bass, drums. Looks like someone plays synth on it a little bit too. There's a thank you for that. All right, let's see. Bundle or no more vinyl. Zeitgeist. Adam Bernardi, where are you, man? Adam Bernardi. Where you at, man? Let's see. Yeah, Larry, I'll definitely be doing the sale tomorrow. So if you're hanging out, let me know. Or just pop on and say, hey, buy some records, do whatever. I'll be here. But if you can't show up, I'll definitely be available. Well, I'll be doing the psych sale next Sunday. John Smetzer, the 10 soundtrack was $10. No condition notes. $10 on that. All right. Sell Zeitgeist to Fred Carnell. Thank you for letting me know, Adam. That is sold to Fred Carnell. And good night, Chad Snyder. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, 10 is $10. $10 on that. $10 on that. And that was John Smetzer. Cool. Sold. That is sold to John Smetzer. Good night, Robert and Kelly. Thank you guys for tuning in, as always. All right, let's figure out a bundle price on this stuff. Let's see what we have here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 records. 25 records. 25 records. Let's do $70 for the rest of them. 70. A little bit under $3 a piece. $70 for everything left in the crate. $70. Who wants it? It's 25 records, $70. Just comment bundle if you want it. $70 on the bundle. And that'll be it for tonight's sale. And then I'll be back here tomorrow night. $70 if anyone wants this bundle. Think of the amount of, the time that you have here. The amount of time to listen to all this stuff for $70. Gotta fly through the titles. You got King Swamp, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Jam the Techniques, Jam the Americans, Traces Classics 4, Peter Paul and Mary, Carol Burnett, Buddy Holly Story, Lulu, Dave Edmunds, Melanie, Jungle Drums by Morton Gold, Cliff Richard, The Sons of Mrs. Righteous, Focus is in there, Crosby and Nash, Moon Martin, Ohio Express, Dwayne Eddy, Rowan and Martin, Frankie Lane, Harry Nilsson, that's Nilsson Sings Newman, Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3, How the West Was Won, and Maria Muldaur. All right. 25 records, $70. $70. X-Wing 81. If you're interested, let me know. If not, then we'll just put it away. And we'll be back tomorrow. X-Wing 81. Let me know if you're interested. Or anybody. If anyone's interested in the bundle, $70, 25 records, and that is included in the $8 unlimited shipping as well. $8 per week, or $8 per invoice. Pass, no problem. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.